Welcome again to the coach's desk with your host, Coach Minzy. Yes, and football is back. English Premier League is back, people. Of course, after the international weekend, and we're going to be reporting on Spurs versus the City game today, people. So tune in as we discuss what transpired in that game. And of course, the result Spurs 2, City nil. Can you believe it? Yes. Mourinho got the better of Pep for another time, EPL fans. So let us run through a little summary of the game, people. Of course, Manchester City, they were all about possession. That's Pep Guardiola's type of play. He always tries to possess the ball, right? From his Barcelona days, Bayern Munich, and he brought it to City. That is his trademark. So City had 66% of the possession, while Spurs had 34%. City people had 22 shots. Spurs only had 4 people. Spurs did not get a corner in the game. City had 10 corners. So it was City all over Spurs. But the difference is that goals win game, and Tottenham made use of the chances that they got and secured the vital win. Incidentally, people, this win takes Tottenham to the top of the English Premier League table point standing. It was initially occupied by Chelsea, who had the earlier game. However, Spurs are on top. Is this the year for Spurs with an experienced coach who knows how to win, people? I want you to chime in. I want you to comment down below in the comment section and tell me, what do you think about Tottenham winning the English Premier League this season? Now, of course, let us go into the meat of the matter. What are my views on the game that was played today? Yes. So it was a fabulously intense game, people. Very intense encounter. It was a beautiful matchup today. I believe Tottenham played a very disciplined tactical game. They were very disciplined, especially in the defensive end. They were just brilliant all round. And that would have allowed them to secure the win. So when we talk about coaches that are experienced and have tactics, it is very important to a team's development in challenging for the title. Now, City, of course, like we said earlier, they possessed the football and they were lively in the early exchanges. They moved the ball with a purpose and they were very sharp, the City team. Now, Spurs, on the other hand, was sitting back and waiting for the quick counter-attack, and the pace at which they did it was outstanding. When this Spurs team got the ball in the defensive third, they moved the ball quickly into attack. And that was something that was observed by the coach's desk, and it was brilliant on the part of the Spurs. Now, the defense, I can't overemphasize how the defense played. They were solid defensively. It was a huge team effort, of course, because they did it in numbers. When the City player beat one Spurs player, they did not allow that player to be left there hanging. There was instant cover. And if you notice, City was trying to penetrate the middle and they were unable to do that. They had to be always sending the ball out on the flanks. And that was easy for the Spurs team to defend. So the City team was playing excellent, moving the ball, passing and all of that, but they just couldn't that defensive unit of the Spurs team. Now, the Spurs team scored against the run of play. They got a throw in and somehow was a brilliant pass over there. And the man that is on form, scored that goal. Some unformed striker. He scored that goal and gave them the 1-0 lead in that game. Now, many persons would say that Pep would have regrouped and so forth. But before we get into that, the I mentioned it earlier, but I have to say it again. The City players, they weren't able to penetrate that Spurs defense. And that player Aurier or Aurier, whatever it's pronounced, he was solid in that defensive setup. All the defenders were solid, but that player exceptional. He did extremely well. Now you would think that Spurs would have laid back after the first half, but they came out in all guns. And the intelligent play of Harry Kane right throughout the game, many persons probably would have wanted to see him up front as the number 9. But from observation, I thought that he was playing the number 10 role, and he played it extremely well, extremely intelligent. And of course, he's a high caliber footballer, so you'd have expect him to play that sort of experience game. No, he always came deep into the middle of the park, and it worked for the Tottenham team. That got them the early goal in the second half that would have killed off that City team. One thing I can say, that Spurs team played well. City played well, but they did not finish because they could not penetrate that Spurs team. They always say that defense win titles and championship. The Spurs have the defensive capability to win the Premier League this year. Is this the year for the Spurs team? Is this the year for Jose Mourinho again? After he was thrown away from Manchester United, will he take the English Premier League this year? People, I want you to comment down below. Persons would have also said that Spurs manager Jose Mourinho is done. His type of football is outdated. Is that the case with this Tottenham team? Or is the team that he inherited playing the type of football for an experienced manager? Because they were playing well under Pochettino. But has Mourinho brought something different? A level of experience that they were lacking? In fact, Jose Mourinho, wherever he goes, he wins trophies. Let's see. It's a long season, people, football fans. It's a long English Premier League season. This is a 9th game. However, the Spurs team are on top. Lots of football to be played. Let's see what the Spurs team will do. Thank you for tuning to the Coach's Desk. Just a reminder, Tottenham Hotspurs 2, Manchester City 0. Mourinho winning that duel again over Pep Guardiola. Thank you for tuning to the Coach's Desk.